Today I want to share with you a very interesting thing that happened to me recently. So I had an associate dentist who mentioned to me that they have a friend who is a hygienist, and this hygienist is looking for a position, and if I'm hiring, I said, yeah, let them email me, and then I will take it from there. A few weeks later, the associate mentioned to me, have you received the email from the hygienist? I was like, no, I haven't received anything yet. Then they mentioned that the hygienists are not really tech savvy, they're not really good with emails. And immediately in my mind, what went to my mind immediately, like, you know what? I don't need them in my team, like in my head. And I will share with you why in this video. So first, for credibility, my name is Khaled. I have been a dentist for 20 years. I run my own dental practice, Lakeside Dental Spa in Hervey Bay in Queensland. I taught from 1 chair to 10 chairs, from 3 staff members to 40 staff members over the course of 14 years. And you can check my details below. So in this video, I don't want to be misunderstood. So I'm not against any person or any associate or any dentist or hygienist or staff member who is not really good with computers. There's nothing against that. I have no problem with that. Or really old school, they like, drop in the resume or send them by post, and then you want to be interviewed face to face and then accept a position, write their notes on paper. I'm not against any of that. That can work in some places, and I have no disrespect towards that. I'm simply just saying my point of view on how my team operates and how I want people to fit into my team. So the reason I said in my head, I really don't want them in my team, because for me, if you can operate an email, how are you going to use the ITR scans? How are you going to send scans to the lab? How are you going to check Invisalign, clean check online? How are you going to share with the patient photos or videos of their aligners or their clean check? I mean, we use a lot of dental monitoring. We are a very not the most tech savvy dentist, but we're probably up there. We want to use scanners and printers and deal with our patient electronically through apps and through our practice app, through emails, through SMS. We want to automate a lot of things. We have a lot of technology in our practice. And if I have someone like a hygienist or a dentist who's in a very integral role in the practice and not really tech savvy, can't even send an email or struggle with an email, for me, it's just not a good fit. They might fit another practice or with no problem. There's a lot of practices that are not really, this aspect is not really important for them. They still take impressions, or they have dedicated staff to do all the stuff on behalf of the clinician, and the clinician just do the dentistry. That's okay. But in my head, it's like, okay, that's not a good starting point. And then I went back. I said, look, let me put this name on my system and see like what I come up with. And I find that this hygienist applied to my position 12 years ago. And back then, I used to send a questionnaire to anyone who applies, like maybe really annoying 20 questions in 3 or 4 pages questionnaire, asking a lot of questions. And I remember they never replied to the questionnaire. And there was another hygienist who replied to the questionnaire, and she ended up being interviewed, and we hired her back then. But my point is, sometimes, and that's a bit of a tangent there, is sometimes in some positions I ask for questions to be answered, or even videos. I ask them to post a video. And it's not really about the answer of the questions I'm interested in. It's not really about the video that I'm interested in. Number one, I want to see if they're going to put an effort to even do that. Even if they don't like it, is he going to do it? Say maybe, I'm not going to put a stupid questionnaire answer for him. But if they end up doing it, even if they hate it, that's a good sign. That's someone who's willing to play as a team. Someone who's tech savvy, can record videos, can upload them, can send them. That's also a bonus for me. Someone who's comfortable around the camera is a bonus, because we do a lot of recordings for our social media. So sometimes in some positions, I will ask for things, and those things are simply to tell me before even meeting this person whether they will be a good fit, by simply saying if they are tech savvy, or they're gonna do things that they really don't want to do, but they just do it to get into the interview. But those who will ignore the questions or ignore putting a video, that I know they can't even bother putting an effort to get interviewed. So culture is important, fit is important. Finding someone to fit into your culture, especially if a very high-tech practice, is super important. If you hire someone who's behind with technology, they will struggle, and you will struggle with them. On the same aspect, if you're a practice who's really behind the technology and hire someone who's very tech savvy and coming from a culture where high tech is really being valued, they will also struggle in your team, and you will also struggle with them. So finding the right fit is always important. So if you find this information helpful, make sure you like and share it with your friends and colleagues. If you want to hear more about my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified when more videos are released. Thank you so much for listening to me. It means a lot to me.